Hey, hey, that was sick. God, they're clean. I don't know if they go to the floor at all, do they? Haha, they do, right there. Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we're here taking a look at GIRLSET in their track Little Miss. This is a request. Shout out to Emma for the request. She's also the victor of our lottery that I had back in December for recommendations, and I know a lot of you guys on YouTube are going to be very happy about the fact that I'm looking at this. I had so many requests for this and I'm happy we get to look. I've heard that this idea or concept that GIRLSET is diving into is Bratz themed or on brand similar to Bratz. I was a Bratz girl. Compared to Barbie's or Bratz, that was me. I am so excited to see it come to life in some way if that is the case. I'm ready. I hope you are. Let's go. Uh. Uh. All the sugar and spice that I'm blessed with got me busy at the top, so what's up? I'm polite when you're good, but I'm rude all night. Can't help but they fall like dominoes. Can't help but I'm so phenomenal. Up and down, up and down, up and up. Feeling myself and I can't get enough. Heaven gone chameleon. Soon as you figure me out, I change. If you wanna know, I am. I'll tell you my name. Little Miss Sweet, Little Miss Cute, Little Miss Oof with the attitude. Little Miss Nice, but I might act. Don't try. I got a million rules. Little Miss Hot, Little Miss Cool, Little Miss Let's break all the rules. I like the little harmony poppin'. Hey. Hey. This little moment here. A little. Dun, 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 dun. That part. Hey, hey, that was sick. I really enjoyed that. And it made me excited to look at this because it looks like a fake scam, don't it? Let's go! Yeah. God, they're clean. I will say one thing. I really like the versatility of the fits. I also, side note, don't know how old they are. That'll be my only thing. I need to check their ages before we talk about the fits, right? Because I think that's important. Attitude. You can. Here are the steps in sync. Let's go. You can tell they practice. They are practiced. on ISOs. Oh, we have people cheering in the bag. Oh, and that's the end. Oh, that was squeaky clean, wasn't it? Ooh, okay, so I gotta verify age. Okay, 19 and 20 is what I clocked, the 05-06 realm. Sweet. I also know they were Vichka, and now they're rebranding to GIRLSET. There have been lawsuits. We know some details. We don't know them all. I'm not here to talk about that. If you want to have that type of discussion, please be civil and respectful in my comments. I'm not Reddit. I'm a person. So keep that in mind. We're talking specifically to this. This is my first time seeing them at all. I didn't see the show they were on. I didn't see any Vichka stuff. This is like my first go about, and I think this is a pretty freaking great impression when it comes to cleanliness. In the K-pop industry, I know they're probably gonna be prompted or like structured as a global group. They're very clean for a global group. I will say that. Full show. In being multi-nationalities. I love this beginning where we have the nice tension with the hips on that, and then I like the individuality of our 4 different poses, but they're all familiar to each other, whether it's the angle or it's the attitude of it, right? It's a vibe, come on, with the head. And then we go and we syncopate with the hip, picking it up, and then we have it ISO'd here. Boom, 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 boom. And the accent on that, even though, yes, the hips matter, the legs are really what helps make that as strong as it is. So that's cool. I like the clap. And then they hit it, da-da-da, hit. It's just one of those where it just go. Hey. It just makes you want to be a part of it, which I think was the intention. And I think it freaking works. I love this. They accent around, and then they have a little swing around on the hips. It's cool. We brush it. Fun way to incorporate your feature. And then they hit it from one side to another. And then they said, excuse me, they're getting the head around. That's another way of showcasing attitude. Last thing would be taking off my earrings so I can set them to the side before I take you out. More so like that, right? They hit it at ISO in, and then they travel that ISO down to separate those knees. And then they have a little wave. That was sick. Seeing that in the music video, I'm glad we saw that there. And then they take it, they send it back, which is also nice. I don't know who choreographed this. If I were to take a guess, I could see Sienna or Lab pull this. I'm just curious. Let me go see. It was Latrice. Okay, I'm not used to seeing Latrice's name on stuff the way I am with like Kirsten or Sienna. Oh my god, girl, I'm seeing it. I really like her choices a lot. I mean, I could also see Connie also with some of our moves. So we saw Connie use some of these types of fingerprints or moves in, in Viviz, right? And I know she had an exclusive contract with, oh my god, who are they? The 100, right? 100? Same, it's an agency with Bad Villain and Taemin and Viviz, right? Now, she's a free agent, right? She ain't exclusive no more. So, of course, I didn't thank her because of her contract there, but also she had done work with Casper on the SM side. So, it's just, anyway, she's living and thriving. Latrice, yes, ma'am, I'm clocking it, I'm seeing it, love it. And I like the accent or the send-off on the wrist to the side, da-da-da. And then we have the folds are nice, hit and hit, boom. And I really like these torso pulls. That's what I'm really a big fan on, is that we're not overly isolated on the torso. And normally whenever you see people perform live or they're conditioning themselves to perform something live, the first thing to go away is going to be the torso, because that's where all of your like vocal projection is going to be messed with here if you use this a lot. So that's one thing that I'm not surprised when singers don't use this chest, but they're using it. I like it. And I like the pivot around, good tension. So then you have your feature moving forward. I like the chest and the hips on that. They fold it in, and then they have an isolation on the hips, and then we send it to the other side. We rotate it up. I do think this is mostly like we're so focused on making it clean that there's not a ton of outside of what's choreographed, a lot of individual projection on like attitude. Music videos is a different story, but here that's just what I'm noticing in observation. I have no idea how many times they did it. We don't know the practice, any of that. They practiced this a lot. They drilled the mess out of this, and this is like, I would say this is probably like a consistent result, which is what you want. Like, this is cool. Accent in, da-da-da with the chest. They hit it out. We have everybody make their own little choices here. And they have a little sway. They bring it in, hold it up. Come on, now it's like a little monastery with a chest rotation on it. I really like her vibe. I don't even know any other names. I'm assuming, I feel like I should go look, right? Okay, Lexi, Camilla, Kendall, Savannah. I don't know who's who. That's okay. I know the names. I think she's a whole vibe of this, for sure. Love it. They send it over, they accent out, go from one side to another, they do a little pivot, we have a nice little arm. So we have a lot of these arm extensions with a wrist accent of some kind, whether we're pressing it or we're rotating it. Either way, I think it's fun. Send it around the back, I like the cross on that. Also, too, one way that you can check range, meaning not just the A and B of a move, so like move, but how you get to it. When I pause it, that's how you can tell. So they sound like they're on it, and their range checks out on that course too. So she has a little moment feeling herself, and they set the formation where she is. So even if she's a little bit over, they're going to calibrate it to that. New feature, she hits it out, boom, and then she's weaving through the group. And I love that. To the front, and then we hit it through, they open up, and they're facing the back the whole time. So there's a lot of trust on depth and also spacing for that, which is cool. She throws it, they toss it, love that. They hit it out in, I like the trace on that. And we walk on tempo. There's not a single we're walking just to get to our spot. We're walking with purpose. I love it because it makes me invested. So we have a little shimmy there. You have the little Miss Sweet. So we send it over to the side. Do I see them do a Powerpuff Girls concept? Maybe. I'd be here for it. But I'm here for the Bratz vibe. I love Bratz. I own a pair. My dream as a child and as somebody who's an adult who has money to buy things, I bought a pair of Bratz shoes, meaning like it's like the super high platform, a walking liability. I need health insurance just to walk in those. I'm so happy I own them. I know there's probably something like that for you. So I love a Bratz concept, and not enough people do it because it's just like a right amount of attitude, but you can't do too much, right? It's a vibe. So we have it. They go da-dun, da-dun. Now syncopated. And then they do the same thing as what we've seen before. Bite, no try. So they do wordplay. Bite, like an alligator. Right? And then you have a little flick on that. They tap the heel and move with the hip is nice. Little Miss Hot. Now, some of us are making like really placed choices, which probably could just be the choreography. It doesn't feel, Little Miss Hot. Like, it doesn't feel individual there. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Sometimes you're fighting for synchronicity. That's what we have here. No, done. Miss Hot. It doesn't feel believable, the hot. It just looks like a manufactured hot. But it could just be whenever you thoroughly practice or in the moment, sometimes you're just so conditioned to doing it a certain way. That's fine. That's just what I noticed specifically for my girl here. Where some of them have a little snap back to it, some of them don't, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I think it's the hyperextension of it compared to like the I'm hot. Like this one has a lot of tension in it because you have to have tension to create the hyperextension. I think that's what I'm noticing there versus just the fan where it feels relaxed. That's the difference. Okay, I clocked it now. And then they pull it in and they have to switch off the scissors there. And we have a nice little moment where we go moment. Then it goes little miss, and then it goes hit. That's a Latrice sequence right there. Going from the hit with the pelvic thrust, or like honestly, it's not even a pelvic thrust. It's a hip accent. Ba-da-da. And it goes to the front. And then it switches to the back. Same thing as before, so they just change the formations. Only thing I could say in observation, I would need to see more if they choose to go and work with Latrice. It looks great on them. Her style. I think formations. Right now, we do have good, transitions into our formations. We're not just walking to our next spot all the time. We're doing content a lot of times, which is cool. Their spacing's awesome. And because it's a black background, I really can't tell depth nearly as well as I can in a dance practice space. So that's why I think I would need another look at another routine, maybe in the future, a future release from them if it's something like this. Yes. I would just need to see that, because sometimes we really don't have a lot of level deviation, and we're featuring through, projection, but also extremities, meaning like our arms, right, or our legs, in comparison to using, I don't know, not just placement, but like a level for a reveal in that way. I don't think I clocked that. Sorry. I don't know if they go to the floor at all, do they? Haha, they do, right there. There it is, literally what I just said. See, this is the first time I'm watching this, so sorry, technically the third time, because with the music video, dance practice, this is my watch back. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I like the knockdown, that was cool, and they hit it down. They drop it through, they pick up, man, they're throwing it back, right? I haven't seen that in a hot minute. She has her moment, goes to the front. So yeah, basically what I just said, seeing that a couple more times instead of just the one time. I'll still hold true to what I said. I like that we had it. That little I like the harmonies on this. They're nostalgic for me, right? It definitely has that quartet harmony with a little bit of spunk. We're here for it. They're trying to go for like the Fifth Harmony, Lil Mix vibes. And I'm not talking really with GIRLSET. They do get a say to some things. I don't think they have near as much of a say as, other people more veteran in this type of concept. So there could be a thing where it works, but also, or they do have a say. I do think that this is not a new concept under the sun, and I don't think that's the point. Most things that we see are not going to be new. There's going to be, how is it within this year or this trend of times, and I think that's okay, right? Just like when you have groups that have very similar sounds to American artists, but they're Korean artists, it doesn't bother me that it's a similar sound. There's a reason why we have certain trending pop genres. It's what trends. There's a reason why certain artists trend. Now, the real question would be, are we going to keep that, or are we going to transcend and find our own individuality within that? That's always the goal. So I hope that this is a fantastic pathway starter for them, and direction wise, I hope they stay safe. I hope that they are advocated for, and I hope that they're protected, because even if you're an adult, it's still in an industry. There are certain things that contracts may not work in your favor for in the industry like this. So that's why I'm always hopeful that they are able to advocate for themselves. Anyway, moving on though. The hit through, I love that moment there. Hit, and then we rotate it through. The isolation is really nice. They do that twice, and I like this little moment over here with two of our members. They hit it opposition, and then we bleed it, which is nice. They do that little monastery chest rotation around two, pull it through. They do a little ball change, snap it, ball change, and they pivot, same as before. Now we're in a straight line. So it feels like a subtle repackage, because it's balanced too, because she was doing this in a different formation or different transition, and now we're on the other side. So I like that we're able to see our members in different, parts of our space. It just helps us be able to appreciate and see them, and it feels more balanced, and they're not just stuck on one side. Little hip sways are nice, and they bring it over and send it down. She says, excuse me, it's not just the brush. She's adding a chest. She's adding an oomph to it that helps it maintain captivation immediately. That's what all of them are doing in some capacity, whether in the music video or in the dance practice. It's cool. Yeah. I would say the one who, let me see. If we were to say who has the most opportunity for growth, I would say my girl right here, right? They're all holding it down mighty fine. I would say the one who's winning the era is my girl right here. The one that I'm looking forward to seeing her grow is right here. You're always going to have that. People have different roles and people have different strengths. I can see her strength be in a different area. outside of this genre. There's a chance if it's a different dance genre, different conversation, different ranking, right? And it's not even a ranking. It's just who is just sticking out as a captivating person of the era. It's like most, what is it? It's like most captivating player. Because I know a lot of you guys have asked me who my favorite artist is or who my favorite individual within a group is, and I can't answer that because it just depends on the era, will determine who stands out at the time. And that's the beauty of the growth of an artist, right? Oh, this is so fun. I see why you guys asked me to watch this, and we're here watching it, enjoying it. And I love them all there cheering them on. I love it. And they do a little swing. Now that must mean that cheer is a second wind. You're almost done. In theory, it's very fatiguing, and this section is more full than the other sections that we just saw. So same thing, you have to have the same amount of energy. They hit with a scuff, da-da-da, boom, and the pivot, attitude. So they punch it forward with the hip, boom. Has to look just as big as before. Move, yep, brush it. And I like that we have it facing outward, new feature front. Yeah, and then bring it forward. Attitude, and we flick. And little miss, nice. So I like the phrasing of our choices in movement to the track. It's nice. I like this moment. Yeah, it makes me want to get down. That right there, love it. They hit it like the kick. V step behind. Here we go. They're cheering. This is the last bit. I love the break in the music video. It's cool. So they bring it forward, send it back. And they do a nice little flick, and they accent tap those feet. They bring up that foot, bring it out in, and they do a little heel, and they sweep it around, and then we have it facing the front. We go point, bring it up, and then to not even like a gangsta walk, but like a excuse me as we ball change it. And then we bring it in for a little miss, like, oh, you owe me something. And we flick it away, and we walk away. Yep, get the hair all nice. Woo, yeah, fatiguing is right. Goodness gracious. I enjoy that so much. Thank you guys for being a part of watching this. Thank you guys for always commenting suggestions of groups to look at. It's fun that now they're on my radar. Looking forward to future releases. If I have time, always, I want to look back at their previous stuff. 2026 is going to be my girl group year because I have heavily neglected the girl group side so much more than I wish. I was only able to marathon one group, which was ITZY, on the female group side. So I'm looking forward to looking at more in the future. And side note, tomorrow evening, by the time this goes live on YouTube, I will be hosting my first award show that kind of encompasses everything that I've done in the entire, 24, 25 realm. And what's nice is GIRLSET now gets to be hopefully a part of that on the 2026 Nuggies. So if you're like, Jess, what in the world is that? It's on my channel, on the front of my channel. Go look there. It's a whole vibe. I'm so excited to celebrate with you guys there, but also uncover fun groups like GIRLSET. You guys know me. I know you. I'm Jess, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.